Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon, my fellow Calgarians and Canadians. So today I will bring to you this issue of the YYC, the Calgary Airport. Um, the first topic I want to discuss is if you've traveled through Calgary recently, say in the last 10 years, comment below what is your experience. Now I'll share you mine. The Calgary airport for me seems to be like a spider's web. It seemed to be very difficult to access it, not like before. Um, if you recall, since Nenshi became mayor of this city, the airport has seen a lot of changes, a lot of construction. You may notice that in the terminals there's a lot of confusion going on about where one needs to go as a traveling passenger when you pass through the airport. Before it was quite straightforward. You go to the terminal, the airline that you would use, and you pass through security, baggage check-in, whatnot. A fairly straightforward process. But now I would say that it is completely different. It is quite, I want to use the word incompetent, but confusing is a better word. Very confusing. A lot of construction going on. The need for that construction, I think, was negligible. The old airport seemed to be a place that is a well-oiled machine, running at very, very high efficiency to get passengers out and on their flights. So that being said, I wanted to direct your attention here to the project that I don't know how many people know about, but it seems that it's not at issue at the press, but it is with me. A new $2 billion Calgary airport terminal ready for takeoff. So I read this article here, and this only covers a little bit about what actually happened. See, the airport itself was under a great deal of construction for a long time. And what I found was that it seemed to be something just to remodel it for the sake of remodeling. Not many of you know, but I do because I live in the city of Calgary. One of Nenshi's MOs is to break something that is already good enough and remake it. So if it's broke, don't fix it. It's the opposite of that. If it's working, break it. That's Nenshi's philosophy. If it works perfectly and it functions fine, break it and remodel it. That's his philosophy. Now, $2 billion, that's not precise. The actual cost was $2.6 billion invested over 5 years of construction. I'll direct your attention to that for a minute. Imagine $2.6 billion. So if you want to divide it into the proper notation, that's 1,000 million for 1 billion. Okay, so now it's 2 billion. It's $2,000 million. Now you still have the 6. That's $600 million. So 2,000 million plus 600 million. 2.6 billion. When you write it as 2.6 billion, I find it to be a misleading notation for the true amount of $1 billion. Imagine, that's not a small amount of money. 1 billion already is a lot of money. 2 billion is a lot of money. 2.6 billion is a horrendous amount of money. So, and in that time, what they've accomplished at the Calgary airport is, in comparison to the previous one, I don't say it's better, I say it's worse. Even today, you see signs of the incompetence in construction. Before, you would have problems with even driving up to the airport and dropping off your family members or your friends. They used to have guards by the front gate that would prevent people from staying more than a minute. You know, just a lot of discourtesy is what I met at the airport. In terms of like overly regulated, overly policed kind of, they say you want to drop your loved one at the airport and they have to go to, I don't care, Los Angeles, for example. So we met a guard there that basically just came up to us and said, you have to move along. You have to move along. There's more people and taxis wait. There's nobody waiting. They just put us under pressure to get us to move. Like we're livestock or something, we keep the flow moving kind of thing, but create a lot of discourtesy for traveling people, and not to mention put us under stress before our flight. So I direct you again, 2.6 billion, $1,000 million times 2, so $2,000 million plus 600 million, a tremendous amount of money. And all for a little modifying here, a little modifying there, but making it worse. The Calgary airport, as the original, as it was much, much more efficient than the way the new airport functions. And a lot of things are just to showcasing nonsense, added cost, white cost, just to make some money and make work for the city of Calgary. So that aside, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I thank you for listening to me. There's a lot of issues in Calgary that are affecting us that seem to be not in the press that much. And I just wanted to remind people that the amount here that's not accurate, it's 2.6 billion. 2.6 billion. So I thank you for your time and attention, and good night.